You with one other legend here who is sitting with me. Before giving me the details about him, I'm asking a difficult question about him. I'm going to say that I know this person. I know him for the past more than a year. I could say that we have been spiritually and personally connected at different instances. When we going across this kind of journey, personal development journey in our business. So I'm so fortunate that I have been have a close connection with him and in the different instances as well. And I'm going to ask some questions about how he is going through the business and how he is growing along, because we can obviously see each other how we are not only growing in terms of business but also mentally and as well as personally how much we are growing. So in that case, guys, welcome here, Adam Mackman, the legend over here.
Thanks, Matty. Thanks very much for having me.
So
Mate. Appreciate
hello, Adam. So let us share first of all, because
Sure.
our followers, my followers, of course, they don't know about you. So tell me about yourself and your backstory, and
Fair, mate.
go from
Okay,
there.
so my backstory, I got out of the Navy around about a year ago now. So I was in the Navy for 22 years. And that was a huge part of my life. Towards the end, it sort of started to become something that wasn't in alignment with myself. So I found that I was towards the end I was shift working. So I was working roughly 5 days, and then I'd get like 4 or 5 days off, and that seemed great. But at one time there, like 1 week throughout that month, I was doing like a 72-hour work week.
72 hours in a week, you mean to say?
72 hours in 1 week. So that included, that included nights, and they were 13-hour nights and 11-hour days. So you did have those 5 days off, but the fatigue that carried on after, like you finally finished the nights, and then you got a couple of days off, but you spent the first 2 or 3 days recovering and trying to get back to normal. So anyone that's ever done shift work will understand exactly.
Definitely they can resonate to that. Yeah.
So along with that, being tired all the time, it affected my moods, it affected my relationship.
So I'll just stop you here, because you said 5 days work and 5 days off. Even though you had that 5 days off, but the working continuously for 5 days had an effect on those resting 5 days as well.
Absolutely. So essentially it was still 40 hours a week, 40 hours a work week, but that 40 hours was squeezed into all that. So over a month, it was 40 hours a week, but it was squeezed into big blocks to have those big blocks of time off. So that was,
I can imagine how much of stress will be to squeeze in that nearly 80 hours of work in 1 week. That puts so much of mental stress, emotional stress, and lack of time for yourself, lack of time with your partner, and also, oh my God, physical stress including.
Huge. Yeah. And like I said, that affected my moods, made me short at home, affected my relationship with my wife. It affected time with my son, because I was tired and I didn't want to go out the back and kick the footy around. Dad, come kick the footy around. Yeah, mate.
But one thing I like, guys. 1 year before, he wasn't having this kind of face at all.
No,
definitely not. 1 year before, probably in the comment, maybe I'll just touch at it later.
Yeah.
1 year before, he was having a completely different physical appearance than now. Yeah. Can I say that?
Oh, absolutely.
Because I am seeing that, obviously,
It's but it's inside as well. I've lost like just over 20 kilos now.
Wow.
And I'm never going back to that. Never going back to that lifestyle.
It's because of the lifestyle and the amount of mental stress that you put into yourself.
Yeah.
And also, like, I can definitely, the one thing I would like to say you here personally, that when you're talking, you are not voicing out actually, so good and something like that. But now expressing, that's because of the happiness which is inside here, that you are becoming that what you want to become. That's bringing in that kind of
next level, man.
I completely understand that. But at the same time, I like to go a little bit deep in that. What made you, I understand now, but a little bit more clear, that what made you to join into the business?
So I was super lucky in this, that my wife discovered it first, and she sort of got into it, and I was like, whilst I said I support you, it was, financially I helped her out, to get started, and that was my version of support.
Wow, what a great partner you are!
But
you financially supported her.
That, like not entirely, but I did contribute.
Yeah.
Looking back now, that was not the support that she needed. Like she needed that real genuine support, which at the time I wasn't capable of giving, because I was too messed up in my tired state.
Mm.
I had a little bit of disbelief in the business, so I needed to really look at it and understand it.
Yeah.
And
I'm going to stop here because
Yep.
you said disbelief. That's the right word, because most of the people will be having a online. Why? So why do you think that you are having a disbelief in that?
Well,
Can you expand a bit?
to be honest, I mean, when you look at it and you look at the results that have come from those before us and those that have really, really smashed it in the business, they have
massive results, maybe.
Yes. So I've lost what I was saying. It's essentially what I wanted to say was
maybe I'm too much disturbing you.
No.
Yeah.
Not at all. Not at all. It was disbelief, but that was because I didn't understand it. And I didn't give it the time to understand it. It was just like, okay, that's your thing. You want to do it, you believe it. All right, you do it. I'll contribute money towards it. But that was as far as it went.
I picked two things here. One thing is, of course, even though you disbelieve, you respected your partner's decision of going through the thing.
I could see how much she was devoted to it. You know,
that's the thing.
That was what it was. If she was like, "Oh, look, I want to do this thing. I'm going to need, X amount of money, depending on what we're going to go in at the time." It was like I would have gone,
yeah,
I'm not sure. But she went, "Nah, look, this is the thing. I'm sure about this. I believe it." I'm like,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
I don't yet, but.
That's good. That means she has seen with the future pace of what she has supposed to see as seen, and you have supported number one. And number two, what I was about to say is, because see, we like, even though from different country background, we have been so much, I could say, indoctrinated to say, to make money we must trade time for money.
We were just talking about that, weren't we?
Yeah.
So we're talking about how we've been conditioned all our lives to be employees, and that in itself is the scam. So
that's it.
Spend
anything outside of it is a scam. That's what we say.
Oh, absolutely.
If you don't trade for, how come? Oh, that much of money? No, it could be a scam. Yeah,
I love that, trading time for money. I don't love the concept. I to explain it that way makes you really kind of go, hang on a sec. Why are we doing this? Why am I spending 40 hours a week going to and from work, at work? It's not a job that I hate, but it's time away from my passions and doing things that I want to do. Things that make me feel good inside. That's
exactly
really...
exactly. I can very well resonate to it. It's, of course, I love my profession as a physiotherapist. I was done that profession for 23 years. But at the same point of time, there is one single. There are different sand lines that the profession wasn't serving me, and I was doing around 60 hours a week. Where to a point that I was saying that, okay, the profession is not serving me. Yes, I love my profession. Yes, I'm so passionate to be a professional physiotherapist. But is it serving me? It is not. Is it giving me the time to be with myself or with my family? It is not. Then what's the point? How long I can have that kind of hypnotic limiting belief to trade the time for money?
Until we get to that age where we can retire and enjoy that little nest egg that we've built, when we're old and tired and frail.
They're definitely, as you even like you 3 years before, I used to be so angry and frustrated. I just burst out whenever my wife talks to me or kids talks to me, like, oh, come on, no, it's enough, too much, something like that. Now calm down, and also I can see that definitely my face is becoming younger. I'm looking younger as him, right? So and like, you have potentially, I have seen you as well, but you have potentially seen you that personally and spiritually also, like, you have grown so much. So that's the beauty of this business, right?
It is.
How far the business is not only impacting the financially, but at the same point of time, spiritually and personally and mentally. So can you give a bit of insight about it?
Absolutely, I can. So if the business itself, and so like when you talk about the products that we pair with, if I got those products and the community and the growth alone, without ever moving past that point, I've won. Wow. Like that to me it's a win-win. You can't lose with it, and that's what I discovered over following my wife Kathy's journey. That you can't lose.
There's no point. No point. That's all. Like that, I'm so amazed to see, because I've seen across many network marketing, even though I wasn't there in other network marketing. Not to discourage anyone, guys, but whereas there's always a competing mindset. Either you win, I lose, I win, you
Yeah,
lose. There's
yeah,
always a kind of discrepancy there. Whereas when coming back to here in the business community that we're in, we are globally connected
that
and with a
is,
win-win
yeah,
mindset.
yeah.
Yeah.
That is a beautiful thing.
Mm.
And it's like you can reach out to anyone in our community, and whether you're directly involved with them through, you know, like through links or whatever,
Mm.
or if you make a sale that benefits them or whatever, everyone's willing to help everyone, because
Amazing.
seeing
Amazing.
other people thrive and seeing other
Oh
people
yeah,
grow,
yeah.
that, you know, that's power.
That
That
gives
lifts
a
us.
boost. Wow,
Yeah.
that's the thing. I'm that's what I'm saying. Like, oh my god, it's actually like boosting up. Like, oh,
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
they can do, why not me? When you can do, why not me?
True
When
that.
I can do, why not you? That kind of like emotional factor booms up and boosts the things. Oh, let's do it. But we are not saying it is simple, guys. Of course, it is. We are not saying it is easy, but we can say we can make it simple.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. So many people worry about. Okay, I would like to go a little bit extent because you said that one point. Okay, they are not. There's nothing losing here. Whereas many people still worry about what if I fail?
Mm.
What if this happens?
I had that. I felt that. I had that exactly.
How did
the
you
same belief.
overcome that?
Through a lot of inner work.
That's yep. Can you give a little bit of insight to the people who are following?
So to me, something as simple as meditation. So for me, meditation was me sitting in a dark room with my legs crossed on the floor, waiting for something to happen.
But
You know,
one thing I'm like to ask you, yeah, when you say meditation, I'm not that kind of person who is meditating. Do you meditate before?
No.
See,
I tried, but I never. It was suggested to me. My wife said, "Hey, you should meditate." I'm like, "Sure, okay." Sat in a room and I was like, eyes closed, put some gentle music on, and I'm like, "Okay, when's it happen? When do I feel this Zen? You know, like when do I feel, you know?" So it was through in the introduction to a real, genuine meditation at a retreat, actually. So that was the first time that I experienced a proper, deep meditation, and the feeling and the emotions that came out of that, incredible. And that's, you know, like absolute profound. If to put it as one word, profound.
Yep, exactly, guys. Like I had a complete honor and opportunity to right from I think from this last January or February onwards, we got connected spiritually and mentally. Like we are going through the path of spiritual and mental connection, and as well as in all the aspects in this business with the retreat. Wow, it is really profound. Whereas 3 years before, I wasn't the guy who sit and meditate. 3 years before, I wasn't the guy who sit and read books, including you, right? You haven't meditated ever before.
No.
Do you read books before that?
Not so much.
Not so much.
I've read more books in the last 12 months than I have in previous.
There you go. So that's the thing. Like once we are so determined to bring a change in the life, that change must come from us. We understood that, right?
Yeah. And that's a powerful realization.
That's the thing. So that's the beauty of this business. It's not only the money making, but also life changing.
Yeah.
I could say that, right?
Oh, without a doubt. Look at me. I really want you to chuck a photo of like an old photo.
Yeah, certainly, definitely. I'm
not when I say old, I mean like a year ago.
Yeah. I'm 45 years young only. Don't worry about it in that case. Age is just a number.
We're the same age.
Yeah, that's right. Age is just a number. And moreover, guys, in this business that we are in, we are having a 18 years old to recently 74 years old. Now, can you say, I'm not a tech savvy? No, you can't, because we have a simple step-by-step strategy, like a plug and play. Not easy, but simple. If a 74 years old can do, there's no excuse of not doing it, right?
And so it's tried and it's proven. The results are there.
Exactly. So in that case, I'm going to ask a last question to you. If someone is saying they're still, I'm not sure whether I can do it, if they're still sitting on the fence, and if they're saying maybe one day, maybe someday, what do you want to say to them?
I would say, do you really want to keep doing what you're doing for the rest of your life? Or do you want to change something? I mean, if it's not this, what's it going to be? You're going to just we'll try something next year. Next year comes around fast. What are we? We're in March already. Like we're 2 months into the 2024. Can you believe that? So if you don't do it now, you know, I mean, you can sit by and you can watch, but what else are you doing that's going to achieve the results that the guys in this business are achieving? You know?
I'm still sinking into what you said, that knowing that it's not going to take you anywhere by doing what you're doing, even after 5 or 10 years. What is the point?
Absolutely. There it is, right there.
So that's a powerful. Still, I'm feeling that. Yeah,
Yeah,
oh my
yeah.
God, that's the thing that really triggered me as well. Like because what I was doing for the 23 years wasn't. It's good, but it wasn't working out. No more. Whereas the cost of living is going like this, and the increment is crawling
You're
actually.
always just
Yeah,
getting along,
making
just
me
getting along
making
the
me
line.
there,
Yeah.
but not here.
No.
And I said to myself, no way, I am slowing down. Yeah. So that's the point, guys. So in that case, wow, what a powerful way that you explained actually that one. So in that case, guys, whether you're following me or following him, reach either one of us. Is Adam Mackman. Is having a Facebook and Instagram profile as well. Me too as well. In that case, reach either one of us. We are here to show you the way.
Absolutely.
We are here to share you and educate you first upfront, and by means of that, we all can succeed together. Yeah. So thank you so much, Adam, for
Thank
giving
you
your
for
precious
having
time.
me.
Yeah,
Really
it's a
appreciate it,
pleasure, and we are in this beautiful retreat,
I
and
know.
still we are going through and growing through.
Oh,
That's
Are we
amazing.
what?
Thank
Are
you.
we what?
Cheers.
Thanks,
Bye.
mate.
Yeah.
Cheers.